Shelling on the floor is in the tavern. What do? What's your move?
Words can't hurt me, these shades are Gucci. This is my business card. Professional. I'm re-entering YouTube after every YouTuber is quitting, so I'm cool like that. Today's client is very interesting, very loudest clap I can possibly do. Very interesting. This is the least interesting adjective you could use. Very interesting. But I mean, I don't know how to comment on these commissions. Like, people want very oddly specific things. So the piece would be of my Dungeons and Dragons character. They are Water, Genocide, and Vampire. In this piece, they would be in the room that they grew up in, a fancy Gothic style bedroom that's located in a mansion. I've included some images that sort of capture what I'm imagining. But the one thing about the room is that it used to be shared with my character's brother, so the room would actually have two smaller beds rather than one large one. This room is essentially a prison for my character, so the overall vibe of the scene is more melancholy. The mansion is located in an underground city on a giant boat, so most of the lighting in the scene would be provided by a candle/lantern light in the room. I included some references of my character that I've drawn, as well as some images that kind of match the vibe of the room. Basically just a gothic fantasy vampire room with my character in there being sad. Yeah. This is the saddest commission ever. We need to depict depression in the form of a blue guy in a mansion, in a gothic mansion. Actually, that's cool. I like the prompt. The thematic elements look pretty fun to do, although kind of complex because there is a lot of detail in the character. It's like an unusual type of outfit that has like these straps on the side of the character's arm and like loose fabrics and interesting hair shapes. What makes it gothic is like the detailed ornaments on everything, the golden stuff, which looks epic. I do enjoy the look of that. I want a bedroom like that in real life, but it's hard to draw, so 3D usage is required here. Also, they ordered like these thumbnails. First time somebody actually ordered an extra for the thumbnails. Usually, whenever I do like very basic thumbnails in these videos, it's just for myself, not for the client to be looking at them and like picking and choosing one. This case is different though. That's something that will go down in history. So the thumbnails, I basically started out drawing them in my sketchbook. I did two in there and then decided, yeah, no, I'm not doing this in the sketchbook. Let me just continue in Clip Studio. So that's what's happening here. Basically, let's go over the first two real quick though. Like, this was the first thing that came to mind, like sitting on the edge of the bed with the arm like this. Kind of self-explanatory, and then you can see the other bed in the background. Second one would be him looking out the window in a sad way, like, damn, I wish I could be out there instead of locked in here. And he's like small in the room, and like you can see the vastness of the room a little bit. Maybe a different angle would have been better for that. All right, so next one would be him leaning against a wall in like defeat, feeling very high levels of depression. He needs to watch a Healthy Gamer GG video for real. Something outside. Oh wait, that's not a window, that's a mirror. I'm saying, I made these like so long ago, I'm forgetting what's going on. Next one though, just laying on the bed. I had to take like a reference picture of myself for that. Was a very interesting acting this out, but it has like interesting pose for the legs, like they interact with each other, like laying over itself. And I like that aspect about it. Two beds as well in there, and like a little bit of gothic bedroom details in the background. A little bit of more detail added in to all these, because these aren't just for myself this time. I need to actually show them off to the client, and like a little bit of indication of lighting to throw in there first as well before I am able to deliver these, because they wanted like candle/lantern lighting in there, and that needs to be indicated, and a little bit of description there as well to tell the client what's up. That's basically it. Right. Oh yeah, I sent this to the client. I think the direction I most prefer is the fourth one. That feels like it captures the feeling I was imagining the best. I like it. It's cool. Let's keep it going. So started off on a real canvas. 5 hours. Let's run it. I thought I'd make like a bed in 3D because it's like a starting point. The character needs to be interacting with it, so I want to make sure the perspective is correct, and this way I can get like the details in there, like the intricate decorative elements, like the weird ass corner panels. What do you even call these? Like, whatever, the thing I'm modeling right now for the corners of the bed, like that was like good practice actually. It's got like round forms and like weird ornaments. Anyways, the mattress, so to get like a blanket on the bed, I ran like a physics simulation. Like dropped a cloth on the mattress model there. I didn't make it positioned properly, like it doesn't feel like a duvet right now because there are no pillows. I couldn't be bothered to fix it. The back panel of the bed, it had like a very specific shape to it. I looked at some references, and yeah, I was struggling a little bit with the 3D modeling because it's not my strongest point, but yeah, I mean, it was good practice. Like I was able to make like detailed furniture models, like non-IKEA models, just like actual decorative elements added in there, like the front panel of the bed, like the ornamentation there. Had to like make some paths and like make extrusions for them, like custom bevel profiles. I don't know, it was a learning experience, I guess. It took more time than I would have liked, because it's like 1 hour has passed and I still only have the bed, I don't have the rest of the room, but let's fix that now. Let's try to add a wall in there and like a panel on the wall made of like some decorative elements as well. It looks like a church wall or something like that. I don't know what I'm saying at all. It's just, it has like those arcs, which is epic. I like that look. Another 20 minutes has passed and I'm still modeling the singular arc to just duplicate it and make like a full panel out of it. And yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. Wall. But yeah, time to create like a nightstand type thing or like whatever, like a footrest or like, I don't even know what this is for, to be honest. Like, what is this thing? What do you call this? Like, do you use it to climb onto the bed? I assume so. Let's start adding some color to everything. I think it's about time we do that, because otherwise we'll take forever with the modeling. And we can set up some lights now as well to indicate the types of light sources the client wanted, like just 2 lights on the sides indicating like torches or candles or whatever, and like a big one from the front of the bed to indicate like a big light. Now let's start with the real canvas. Finally, we're drawing with like half the timer already passed, more than half, so this is a little bit problematic, but I mean, it was experimental and I did see this coming with like all the gothic elements. So I'll just do my best to get like the pose set up properly now, get the anatomy all right, because like a lot of skin will be showing in the upper body area, like the arms specifically. Not so much the legs, because the character has like some baggy pants, but yeah. The face was interesting. I don't usually draw like depressed faces in my commissions, but it turned out some kind of way. Not sure if good or bad. My favorite part is the gills on the character's neck. That is interesting. But yeah, outfit details, less than 2 hours remaining, and finally drawing the clothes on top, sketching the clothes on top. So this is not very optimal timing wise, but yeah, let's keep going. Let's try to speed run this. I mean, I'm not really speed running. Yeah, there's more jewelry, bracelets, emo bracelets around the wrists. Very nice, very nice. Ballerina shoes. I think this will be a trend in 2024 streetwear. People will start wearing ballerina shoes. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm not, because then I'll look like a fool. 1 hour, 7 minutes, finally getting to coloring the character. At least there is still an actual full hour left to color everything and do some rendering and blend the character into the 3D environment. Get the materials, like the gold materials, popping in a similar manner to the 3D gold material, which is also a little bit scuffed. But yeah, it was actually time to send this to the client, because we finally have like the final pose in there and the final camera angle. So let's see what the client has to say. So there was a little bit of a few paragraphs, so let's check them out. The outfit and pose are totally spot on. I'm loving them. I do have a couple of things I tweak. I've also attached a few screenshots of some rough edits I made to hopefully more clearly illustrate my thoughts. Hope that's alright. I do feel that compared to the original thumbnail, the character feels really small now, and that is in turn making the room feel big and empty. Maybe cropping in a bit more, moving the bed on the right closer would help, but doing that would lose some of that cool wall decoration, so maybe you could do the same crop and move the bed, but also either tilt the camera up slightly / squish the background slightly. I'm fine with whatever you choose to do, leaving it up to you, since you know what is most realistic / doable at this point in the process. Reasonable feedback so far. The whole rushing thing did make me forget about a couple things, and like the composition does feel like a little out of balance in a way, so they have a point. Other thing I'm noticing is that the face is feeling slightly off to me. The head proportions and ear placement feel good, but the facial features are too low on the face. I think they just need to be slightly scooted up and the chin a little more pronounced by cutting away a bit of the neck. Yeah, so fair enough. Let's try to get all those changes in there and do it in a reasonable amount of time because 55 minutes remaining. I just started adding like an atmosphere layer in there and like ambient occlusion, like some shadows to start blending the character in with the colors of the rest of the environment. So it feels more natural before I do anything else. And also the light sources, gotta throw in those 2 orange lights. Gotta have those. Now I took a little break, came back to it, and the rendered out camera angle changed. And by the way, I forgot to mention this before, but I also changed the color of the bed because the purple was feeling a bit too out of touch with the rest of the color scheme. Desaturated red just feels better. Anyway, I actually tilted the camera a little bit lower. I thought I would still be able to use the same character sketch, the same drawing I already had done. I just needed to liquefy the pose a bit to match it with the perspective a bit more. And actually that worked out pretty well. So this way the camera is more level and it makes it a little bit more intimate. You know, it doesn't feel like we're like super high above bird's eye view anymore. There's still a little bit of the other bed visible off on the side of the canvas. And yeah, the character is really clearly the focal point now, and like the facial expression is more in the center of the piece. We can see the emotion now better, which was the point. Got like 22 minutes remaining only though, so I gotta speed run the shading here, or like do whatever I can. But yeah, I mean 10 minutes remaining, still speed running, trying to start rendering on like a separate layer on top of the lighting layers. But yeah, obviously it's not going to be enough time. So 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Oh my god. I'm 14 years old. So just decided to add 1.5 extra hours on the timer to allow myself to just focus in on the shading. Now that the rest of the problem solving is done, I can just focus on one area, which is cool. General rendering time on normal mode, I'm able to turn my brain off and not think about layers, only think about the rendering, which is a lovely stage in the process. I'll tell you what, it's bloody nice. Gotta do a little bit of painting over the background as well too, because it's I didn't really do any texturing on the background. I just added like raw color, like the principal BDSM shader. BDSM. I don't know what I'm doing here, painting like an ornament. I'm not even sure where that's gonna go. Like I completely forgot why I did this, but we're about to find out. Okay, so it was supposed to be golden. Yeah, I mean, that didn't work out so well, did it now? Okay, so apparently I'm doing something more. Forgive me guys for forgetting what I'm doing, like I did this a while ago. Oh yeah, apparently I tried to decorate the furniture with these elements, but yeah, it looked a little bit unnatural. However, on the bed frame itself, I think it works there. I stole like a pattern from the internet, made like a seamless version of it, and warped it over the carpet or the rug under the character's feet to give more natural feeling to the environment, more gothic patterns. Adding in like fabric lines on the bed sheets, because I mean otherwise it's not a bed, otherwise it's just a mattress with nothing on it. And yeah, the power of 2D painting over 3D modeling. How cool is that? I like shading gold materials. It's some of my favorite stuff to paint. It goes very dark and then like there's very bright highlight areas and then it turns orange. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying, it's just weird. It's cool. But yeah, only 20 minutes remaining time to render out the character's face properly, get like that bottom lighting in there. It's bottom lighting because the character's face is tilted away from the camera and I'm imagining like a light source coming from the camera as well, which isn't yellow like the rest of the light sources, so it just creates highlights in the color of the actual surface that the light is being projected on. So blue highlights for the skin, green and red for the hair. The hair rendering really takes this to the next level. Yeah, it looks more natural now. Like there is like a little bit of selective rendering going on here. Like there is most detail on the face, which is good, which is what we want because the face is supposed to be the focus point. And yeah, I did like a little final value check here. Final black and white value check, checked where there could be less contrast. So in the back there, blended that corner out a bit more. And yeah, that's basically it. 6.5 hours. Not a bad result, conveys what it needs to. The only thing that's still slightly bothering me is the golden corner of the bed is like slightly in front of the character. When I was making that, I thought it would create like some depth in the scene, it would look cool, but in the final scene it feels more like a technical mistake to me. Like it doesn't feel like it should be there, obscuring the view on the character. I don't know. Maybe you guys will disagree, but that's just a random detail. I don't have any strong personal feelings about it. I don't know how well the depression is coming through, so comment comment below. Do you feel very depressed while looking at this? Or do you feel euphoria, you sociopathic loser? I don't know what I'm saying, bro. Check out my new song on SoundCloud. I haven't released anything, but maybe you'll find some songs there that you like. I'm working on an album, guys. I'm working on my debut album. I'm officially switching careers from art to music. Imagine if I actually did it. That's all I have for y'all today. I have more commissions lined up. Long unedited time lapse of this drawing available on my second channel.
Buy my shirts right now or else.
Bruh, check out my SoundCloud.
Hey kid, wanna buy some reference packs? I got you covered, fam.